Okay, this is meeting one for our group. So our book is The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, and this book was released a long time ago. Like it was released by World War II, and the audience is like directed like to the children. But like, do you guys agree that like it's like the book is like for children? Because I don't think it's
No,
because it uses
I think teenagers would be appropriate.
teenagers.
That's why he got banned.
Yeah, because
use of the N-word.
Yeah, the use of the N-word is very prominent throughout the whole book, and it's. Don't mind that. So what chapters have you guys read up? 1 through 10, right?
Yeah.
That's good. What do you guys think of the book so far?
So far, it's actually really interesting. It uses Huck as a boy, and it uses different concepts that I've never really seen before in other books.
Yeah, like it talks about different like themes, and Mark Twain, the author of the book, like really just he's a really good author.
Yeah.
It's just like it's very violent.
That's true. Especially when they go into that cave.
Yeah, that cave, like where they're riding in blood and killing people. Speaking of that part, that's just like the kids are. The kids are really like ignorant. Like they don't know what like ransom means, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna ransom you to death. we're gonna ransom you to death or whatever."
So we should like talk about the beginning. So Tom Sawyer and like Huck, they went to like.
I'll talk about this. Basically, the book takes place after So Huckleberry. So Tom Sawyer is Huck's friend, and he was a protagonist in another book that Mark Twain wrote. So they find this huge stash of money, and they go to like the judge.
They returned it, right?
They returned it, and like it the reward is like they get the money, but they only get $1 a day.
Yeah, that's.
And then he basically the judge tells the widow Douglas to like civilize Huck, and then like throughout the book there's like multiple themes, like how Huck encounters death, how ignorant Huck is, like when Huck lies.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that in our presentation. And our driving question is like how is this book, like, why is this book considered a classic?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that in our presentation, but we won't say here, though.
Yeah.
But didn't the widow, during the beginning, she tried to teach Huck about, like, religion and everything?
Yeah, and then he lost interest in it.
But, like, it talks about that in chapter 4, right?
Yeah.
And it goes deep
in the
into
beginning first.
Yeah.
Didn't he say he would like to go to hell or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't mind going to hell or whatever.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, after because he calls praying, like when like before like every meal you like give grace.
Yeah.
He calls praying like blabbering, like
Also, he felt lonesome and he wished he was dead.
And then they know, like the widow knows that he doesn't like it so much to the point where like as punishment she teaches him religion because she knows that he doesn't like it. So like I guess like that's his punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And then when his dad comes back, it just like
it's pretty, like I didn't expect that to happen.
Yeah, because
I thought out of nowhere in chapter 5.
Yeah.
I was flabbergasted.
Stop.
Say the least.
It was really it was surprising to me. Like I really didn't expect him to come back, and then like they like go to this custody. Yeah, and like they go to this
river. Like that's pretty weird. Like.
Mm-hmm. And like I really thought he was dead because he talked about how like his dad is like a drunk and like he would like get passed out.
I would expect him to die. Like honestly.
Yeah, because he's so drunk and like and then he abuses Huck or whatever, and then like when he comes back, he like tries to get Huck back, and then like they like the widow and him get into this custody case. It's just like sometimes he'll like, and then ends up like sometimes he'll be with the widow and sometimes he'll be with his dad, and like how that works. And like I guess like over time he got tired of it because like I think it was chapter 6 or 7. He like, did you get to the part where he fakes his death?
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes so basically he fakes his death by like taking a pig and killing it, right? And he puts his blood everywhere. Then he takes a raft out of sticks and he goes down to the Mississippi River. And then like that's where his adventures begin. And then like I can understand why he ran away because like I guess like he got tired of like
dad.
and the Widow Douglas, because remember how he doesn't like being civilized.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't remember.
He just wanted to be free.
Did he run away with someone?
No,
No.
he ran into Jim on the way while he was running away. So no, like the book's interesting and all, but there's a lot of chapters.
Yeah, it's like a lot. Of
43.
I mean, it's still interesting. So.
It's it's interesting, and the inclusion of Tom Sawyer really makes it. It's pretty good.
What do you guys think about the character Pat?
Pat.
PP.
Oh, his
The antagonist, the main antagonist of the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat. I don't think he was mentioned till like later in the chapters though.
No, it says here in the summary. He's mentioned around chapter 2 to 3. He's mentioned around chapter.
We'll talk about Pat in like the next
Okay, my bad.
the
my
next meeting.
Like,
Bad. My bad.
I feel like Pat wasn't even talked about that much, honestly.
Yeah, I think it was just mentioned. 'Cause I don't remember. I don't remember much.
Like, we know he's an antagonist, but like, honestly, he's not even talked about that much.
Yep.
So, what do you guys think of Huck? First impressions, like when you read the book, Huckleberry Finn.
I feel like he's a little ignorant and closed-minded because he doesn't want to learn about religion, and like he doesn't want to be civilized.
That's true.
And to like get away from his problems, and so like facing it, he just runs away.
Yeah, I feel like he just wants to be free from the very
Wait,
beginning.
is he a kid, a teenager, adult?
He's a kid.
He's a kid.
He's a kid.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, he's too like reckless.
Yeah. He doesn't. Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
This book is really violent. Like I think I said that earlier, but it really is it's really violent, and just like the use of the N-word and the fact that it's really violent, it's just like
Yeah.
I don't believe that it's targeted to kids. Like it's that bad. Like
I mean, when was this made? Around
around World War II.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like,
maybe that's why.
It was 1884, 1885.
Maybe that's why, like, they targeted to kids. Maybe they thought it wasn't as like.
Oh yeah, because back then they were like they
Yeah,
had different
yes.
beliefs. Oh yeah,
The society back then, you know.
was different. Back then they thought slavery was okay. And yeah, this
Yeah.
book is like so
It
ultimate.
basically
Like,
talks about slavery.
yeah, it
honestly.
talks about yeah.
Especially like when they go into the garden
Mm.
and they
then-
try to prank Huck.
Gosh. And just like they call the slaves the N-word, and I don't know, like every time like the N-word just pops up, I don't read it as the N-word because I get too uncomfortable.
Mhm.
How long is the video?
The video's supposed to be 10 minutes long. And then there was what was I gonna talk about? The book's really good. It's gonna like keep me going. It's really interesting. It's
It
just
gets especially interesting when his like dad comes.
mm-hmm.
That's kind of just
Wait,
like,
so
whoa.
It changes basic.
is Huck in a gang?
No, they
I thought
tried
it was-
doing it, but they failed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the cave, yeah.
So, did you guys get to the point where do you guys understand the part where they in the garden where he says like an itch where you have to itch it, or like where he
Yeah,
like,
he itches and then
yeah,
he gets
that's
caught.
basically like referring to like when you get like a random itch, like you have to itch it, or like you like can't do anything else,
Uh-huh.
because he was getting confronted at the time, and that's basically like what it meant.
Wait, was that the part where like Tom wanted to tie Jim up?
Yeah, that was the part.
Like
Where,
he goes to sleep.
yeah.
Try to trick him.
Okay, so let's continue off of like how he wanted to like how he's flowing like down the Mississippi River. So his plan is just like to run away, but then he runs into Jim, and then like all his attention does like diverts into Jim, because at the time runaway slaves are considered criminals, and like runaway slaves like could be either executed or lynched. And it's weird because when he finds Jim, they meet up on Jackson Island, and then they like on the island they find this house. Like, can you imagine like a huge house just like being like on the island, because like some like flood happened,
Oh yeah.
and then there was a dead body inside, and then that's like his first encounter. Well, his first encounter with death was the pig, but his second real encounter is with the dead body, because like when he sees the dead body, he like doesn't want to look at it, and Jim like flips the dead body over, and it was just, I don't know.
How do you think Huck reacted when Miss Watson tries to explain a prayer to him again?
He just loses interest. Yeah, because she says like
Religion, all that
prayers like giving gratitude, and just like Huck just goes like, oh, I'd rather be in hell or whatever.
Yeah.
Because he really just doesn't care like what prayer is, like what it's for. And then yeah, that's about it.
You guys have predictions what's gonna happen in the future?
I think that since they're
Probably,
like
keep going.
yeah, they're gonna keep going with their journey until like Jim gets, however like they're gonna do Jim.
How far they go, basically.
Yeah, and I also predict that like I think they're gonna get separated at one point, because like
Maybe.
yeah, maybe, because what if they like someone finds out
Like something
who
happens.
Jim, yeah.
Jim is like,
Yeah.
he's, you know,
Well, you want to
a
end?
slave.
You want to end the meeting here?
Wait. So wait, but when you like, you think like throughout the book he grows older?
Yeah, he learns
so,
his
like,
lesson.
yeah, so
He'll become like a dynamic,
So
a
basically,
dynamic
saying if
character.
he'll mature or not.
Yeah, he'll mature.
Yeah.
He'll like, you know, all his like thinking about prayer is wrong and everything. He can
Yeah,
flip
he
back,
can. Yeah.
open mindset.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Well, want to end the first meeting here?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
Anything else?
like we could talk about like we need to keep on reading.
Yeah, we'll keep on reading till like chapter. We'll keep on
Okay.
reading chapter 25.
More than halfway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
more than
yeah,
halfway.
yeah.
And the
Alright.
third meeting, well,
It's a
we
good one. Like
basically
talk about the ending of the
talk
book.
about the ending of the book, and then talk about
Our
some
final
of the
thoughts on
classical
why
stuff.
it's like.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna end the meeting.